for my expulsion. On top of that, a radical feminist on Twitter doxed me and instructed her 80,000 plus followers to attack me and, quote, destroy my life. And believe me, they have. Almost instantly, I received hundreds of death threats, which I'm still receiving today, and even after deleting all forms of social media, and the attacks have continued since April 1st. I was illegally evicted from my apartment and wasn't able to safely attend classes for weeks. As a result, my GPA dropped sharply, making transferring out almost impossible. On top of that, UCF had me arrested, framing me with cybercrime and eavesdropping. Not even kidding. I'm now over $15,000 in debt from lawyers, and I may never be able to go to college again. It's the first time I've been in debt in my entire life. I'm proud of that. I also lost almost all my friends who don't want to be at risk for being attacked or suspended from the school. My questions are, what would you recommend for me to do to handle my current situation and other people in this situation? Because believe me, I'm all ears.
Yeah.
And how do we as conservative-leaning college students continue to enjoy the use of free speech, which, even though it is our right, we still risk, having our lives literally destroyed and attacked, even though it is our right to, speak freely?
Yes, I mean, first of all, it's hard for me to speak to the situation because, while I believe everything that you're saying, I don't know what the original content of the post was. I don't know, what the college's policies are and what the legal stance is. So from putting on my lawyer hat, I don't know what the legal fight here is.
Just so you know, it didn't violate any school policy with a post.
Okay, so I mean, number one, I think that there are probably a number of places that would help you pay your legal bills and who fight on this, right? Like FIRE is one of those groups. I'm sure that YAF can direct you to people who fight legal fights on behalf of people like you who are being discriminated against by colleges if your account is accurate. So that's where you have to start. I mean, once you've obtained your legal rights, then I think we can start talking about how to reapply to particular colleges, how to get redress from the university. But this seems to me more of a legal problem, on a broader social, in sort of a broader social sphere, because again, I'm not your lawyer and I don't know your case very well. What I would say is that obviously being doxxed is, as far as I'm aware, a legal issue. So you might have a legal case there. And also, colleges are incredibly overzealous about enforcing anything that they perceive to be violating politically correct standards. But there are ways to fight back in the media. So I would recommend that you send us your information so we can take a look at it. I mean, I do run a website with 100 million page views a month. I would,
That's why I'm here.
yeah, it's. I would suggest that, if it's as egregious as you sound, I think that there will be people who come to your defense if you're able to get that material out there. But talk to your lawyers first, because obviously you don't want to jeopardize any legal case that you have. And you should also talk to some of the 501c3 groups that actually spend their lives